I've just carried on watching uh, some uh, what is it? Moriarty the Prophet, which I like because it takes Sherlock Holmes but looks at it from Moriarty. And this is not like simply greed or this. Like, it's interesting his philosophy of like sometimes the lords in upper societies are like cruel and mean, and sometimes you have to sort of get something new. And it's really interesting, and I really love it. Uh, Patriot, and I like how you see both Sherlock and Moriarty side, and they're both seen as like interesting. And you're currently having like two detectives like Moriarty and Sherlock, because I highly doubt Moriarty's actually pulling along with this. It'll be too convenient, too weird actually. So I think like it's being like put as like he's not sort of doing this one, but I think he's done like similar. So I feel like he's both people are gonna be like, let's play a fun game. Who can solve the crime? And then Watson's got shot.
I will never hold.
No, that's the wrong one. So if you look at my TikTok, if you look at my YouTube page, it should have this sort of like, I don't know what it's called. It should be at the top of it if I'm correct. There should be a link to a certain page. Yeah, there are links, and I do have a TikTok linked. I sort of upload on both, so if you see this, you might see this on my TikTok. There might be a little image here, so it covers up the YouTube watermark. But besides that, yeah, it's going to be sort of fun and something interesting. I don't know why. I like doing this. It is always a fun sort of like thing. But yeah, I do have a TikTok. Most of these come from TikTok, unless I'm making YouTube comments, and then they're coming from YouTube. But yeah, that's sort of, yeah, it's in my YouTube bio, I think. So if you look at my So yeah, I like this comment. It is simple, but again, I don't care because I, at the moment, don't care about relationships. So as such, that doesn't affect me. But I just love how certain people, there's certain people who just who say so many stupid things. And I can look at that being like, excuse me, right? Like there's certain people being like, you do not need to like accept her like refusal. It's like, you are a moron, and yes, you do, because that's life. There's yes, and then there's no. So, by that logic, people can say no. Shocker! I've discovered a new concept. The concept of people saying no. So, yeah. I like this concept. I know this is probably obvious. I think I know what it is. Um, and this is one of the things, and I think you'll notice it in a couple of my Plague streams or like on YouTube when it comes on live, where there's a couple of like scientific words that I'm not 100% sure which of which I'm not gonna actually point. I was about to point. It is technically here. It's gonna be moved here because that means I could move his hair then still put a sticker to cover up. What's testosterone and what's estrogen? If I'm correct, I think it's like the main stereotypical like basic binary male female hormone, but I'm not 100% sure, and I'm just curious, and I am dumb. So yeah, please could you tell me? That'd be great, thank you. So, yeah. The thing that's on my eye isn't dirt, but it makes sense. It's fair. I did Ghost Train. Ooh. I'm allowed to say that now. Well, I'm allowed to say it before, but I didn't want to say it before because I didn't want it to be like, and now I work here. Ooh, where do I work? Where? I just want to keep that secret. So it's like, oh, it's him. It's like, but I wore a mask in that, which makes me hiding it a lot more stupid. But in that, they wanted to hide, sort of like blend the eyes with the mask. So they just covered the eyes with like, sort of like, some sort of like some face make. I've got a picture of it if you want to know like a specific brand. But that sort of blends the eyes, just around the eyes, just around here. So that's probably on my eyes. So I re-recorded this because I did it stupidly. But yeah, I was working at Ghost Train, and I'm saying it now, but like that's because stupid. I was wearing a mask anyway, so you probably couldn't see me. But I didn't want anyone to be like, oh, it's him, and I wanted that. I was still going to do this, so I didn't know who was going to come in Default Park, so. But yeah, they wanted my eyes to be covered, so while I was wearing the mask, like, sort of like these sort of like things you can sort of like see, but things, probably like a little bit less, but we wanted to blend it in a bit more so you couldn't see the eye, so the eye sort of like blends in. So that was probably on my face, sort of like black face paint, just around the eyes, not on the face, because I know that is bad in any regard. I would say no, but just across the eyes. So I also, I know technically I've already done one for this week, but because I need to do this anyway. Godofrey. The first try of the I renamed it wrong. Yay. Like an idiot. only 2 more of these. Yeah. That's the one thing which is interesting. The one that's coming up, because this is the last that is out. It's the last. Oh shoot! I accidentally saved it. Should have undo. A little jingle. Hashtag jingle. Hashtag takeover. Hashtag plaguing. A lot of it's transferring, which does take a while, but I'm just going to. Okay, play it on double speed. Yeah, a lot of it is just getting stickers. That's good because that means the edit's going to be a lot easier. I'll eat my sandwich. Why do I have Elton John but I type eyes? I'm not saying that Elton John shouldn't be there, but I'm questioning why he's there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. And there's 5, so that just leaves 1. And that's not even going to be. Comment. Clip. On the stay. horrifying. No. Oh, there's one with mine just being like, smash. Entry. So yeah, this is a bit longer, but I think it was funny. I found this. I did this on stream, but I wanted to do a recording of it. Here's my recap. You're listening this year. The vibes was anime music, dramatic, pumped up, and lively. So yeah, that was fun. Again, this is mostly just a fun thing, and I just like looking at this because, one, look at all of this. This looks so cool than what it was before, being a more thing. You're ranked up 14,891 minutes listening this year. You explored over 833 different tracks, but only one could become the theme song. Let's see what it is. Everlasting Love by The Longest Solo, which I love as a band. I really think they're cool. There's gonna be like a lot of like things. If you go to the YouTube, there's gonna be like tag. There's still gonna be the 2 hashtags, but I'm gonna like tag all the YouTubes because why not? And the songs because I don't know why. Maybe I just think it'll be fun. But yeah, you can see I listened to The Longest Solo so much that 2 of these are from The Longest Solo. Open the Door and Everlasting Love. I also love that 2 of these are specifically soundtrack stuff, with this being from Madoka Magica. It's like some of the sad stuff, and this being from Final Destination. If you couldn't tell by the head. You even have down here with, actually you can see it, I just can't, Be Weird is also the longest solo. So 3 out of the 5 of the longest solos. I found them because they did some of the Digital Circus songs that I love, and then I just got hooked. 2024 recap. Let's gather your playlist, and I saved it. Also, I make it public because they generate the playlist, and I just find it fun. So, your year had a whole cast of characters, but only one could be the star. Who's the star? "16 hours and 13 songs with the longest solo ever." Because they are awesome. How much of a fan were you? Let's find out. Let's see. You were the top 4% of the longest solo listeners, which makes sense. They're kind of big subscribers. There's kind of a lot. I'm surprised I'm 4%, which is a lot. Let's run out some of the credits of the supporting cast. Let's see who I've got in supporting cast. Again, this is just weird. I just love this though. So, obviously, the longest solo at 18 hours. You also have Brian Taylor, who I think did stuff like Final Destination, who I listened to a couple of like Final Destination 1 intro, Final Destination 2, Final Destination 3, 4, 5, which he has. The Stupendium, which I absolutely love, makes a lot of good like musicals. Oreo, which is always good. Oreo's music's really good. And I think at the beginning of the year, Rambo Bell, I listened to a lot of the, one of the things I love with Oreo, they have a whole series of electric swing type music, which is part of the series which started and then slowly one by one got introduced, and it's so good. You also have this channel, which I listen to a lot of the Danganronpa music, but I've also listened to a couple of the others, but that's also really good. Again, I love all of these people. You had the main character energy. Let's replay the plot for some reason. I don't know why this is just fun. January. You're all about happy. At last, musicals. We love that for you. Yay. March, you had everlasting fun. Candido Pay song on repeat. Makes sense. I listen to a lot of songs sometimes. I get like really hooked into a song and I'm like, I will repeat it for 12 years. April, your top month for you. Favorite. The longest solo ever. Oh, again, go and listen to their music. It's really good. April was your top month and your favorite was Brian Taylor. Again, I kind of think that's the Final Destination stuff. So, but it's still good. But it's more soundtrack compared to the long solo ever. But yeah. So yeah, here is the year. If your year was a film, what would it be? Let's see. A muscle, which is so weird. If you look. Contains beauty and brawn and high energy, high workout worthiness sort of stuff, and it's like, man, what? I usually don't listen to music during this stuff. What? Some people talk, but you know how to listen, especially when it comes to podcasts. I'm surprised they did podcasts. They didn't do, I think, last year. But yeah, I listened to it a lot, definitely to the beginning of the year. Smosh Reddit read stories, which I don't do anymore, and I want to get back into it. But let's see. So yeah, here. This is a lot. I listened to I found it interesting. I did listen to a lot of his writers Advice playlist, but I listened to two things a lot, which is basically the Lily things 50 100 writing tips that I saw them react to, and then their version. I Am the Jerk, you know that type of stuff. It's like Am I the Asshole? To Twilight Zone, which that's going to not be on there anymore because the Twilight Tober Zone is over. He's said it, he's announced it. Lore Drums is really good, and I'm doing it now when I'm streaming, so I can stop, like, there's a lot of series there's a lot of stuff that I've watched, and there's a lot of reviewing, and I want to cut it down, so sometimes when I'm at home, every so often, I might, instead of watching a TV series while I'm doing recordings, I'm watching Lore Dump nowadays. Because that's a good thing to watch in the background. Some idiots talking about fun stuff while I'm just watching stuff upload and talking to chat. But Reddit Smosh Stories. If I run out of Lore Dump, I'll go to Smosh reading Reddit because that is the funnest version of it. But yeah, I did watch this during the beginning of the year. That's really good to listen to while doing the reading because I'm reading stories and it's really stupid. And sometimes some of the people are really stupid. But that's funny. This year was certainly had its ups and downs. So yeah. You have, these were your musical muse. Energizing, dramatic, uplifting, fun, and upbeat. Here's all of them. Again, this is going to be at least a 10-minute video. I wasn't originally trying to, but... Well, that's a wrap on 2024. Let's see you next year for the sequel, which is, I mean, you have this, which is basically all the information. Besides, I think podcast is on here. You have, here was the full quote. You can, because I can read it. Being born with high energy hits and workouts, workout worthy tracks, which some of these I would say yes with Let's Get Weird and this, but Everlasting Love has highs and downs, but it's not really a workout because you have the chorus, which is really aggressive, but you have the da 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 da. It's my second favorite Kanita Pet because if you know Kanita Pet, it's really good. The other one is better because I like the era where I was like, why? This is and I really like that. Oh, I just realized also a total time of 14,891 minutes. That's just a lot. So yeah. Get the musical album, personalized music mixes, and more only on YouTube Music app, which is so. This is basically like them bring up basically an ad for YouTube Music, but I'm fine with it because they take the music I listen to, even though I don't actually listen to YouTube Music, that I listen to on YouTube, and it's like, okay, here's what you like. Here's the themes that came up a lot, and it's really cool and awesome. So yeah. It's fun. If you want to, let's see what yours is. But yeah, good night with this 10-minute madness. Page of so I'm gonna stop because this is
Hi. Press control. That is a weird thing to graffiti on a board. I should do that.
Oh, that sounds so fun. Oh wait, no. No, I'm just gonna start anyway.
I'd like to buy a man.
You know something out there? I heard someone who do it. Who? God, what? Yes, I know. I've heard that thing too many times that for me to actually. Yeah. Can I? Oh. No, I'm not allowed here. Never mind. Bye. So yeah. This is cool. And I've said, again, it's weird. It's not bad. It's fun. It's awesome. But you can tell with the title, it is very fun and very unique. It is, like some others, a sort of like power thing, whereas like one person gains power in a specific way. That means they go to another world. But it is cool, it is fun, and it is really, really entertaining, in my opinion. The one thing which I constantly do like is it's constantly words of like a skill which is hidden until like it's activated, which I just love as an idea. But more important, stories, writing, not writing of other stories, but writing of like, I'm gonna write your story, which I love that as an idea of like someone taking people's stories and being like, okay, what is that? What is your story? And I love it. I love that whole idea of like, what is your story? Not anyone else's, your story. Like your history, your this, your that. And I love it. And I love how that involves them sending it back. But again, it is fun, it is cool, and yeah, it is just entertaining to generally watch. So, yeah, it's fun, it's cool, and I 100% recommend to watch. But yeah, go and watch it. There's not much to say about it, just go and watch it. It is fun, it is awesome, but yeah. So I hope you enjoy, and good night.
Can I? Oh.
No longer allowed in another world. Season 1 review. Hashtag season 1. Hashtag review. Yeah, doing the thing. I know it's gonna be too big anyway. Hashtag you are no longer allowed in another world. No longer allowed in another world. Hashtag no longer allowed in another world. I might. I'm actually going to check it out. I might be allowed to use it. Yeah, there's a couple of ones I'm like jumping around a bit, where I'm like, oh yeah, this is going to be shorter. Oh, this is going to be longer. It's mostly the longer ones, because with the shorter ones, there are some where I'm like, yeah. And then I might like skip one or two. Like Invincible I might skip until like Days Off and or later. I don't know. Even like 4 minutes I'm fine with overall. Also, with page of music, I might be like page 1, page 2, page 3. So I'm going to keep that up because I feel like that would be interesting to keep up. I'll just need to like go onto YouTube and be like, yes, go into here. I was originally going to be like, here's all of them, but I just wanted to shout out Longest Solo and Everlasting Love. Also, I'm not going to like be like longest solo ever because that's a channel. So I'm fine with that. And how does he spell Everlasting Love? Everlasting Love. So let's paste before I do anything else. Everlasting Love, longest solo ever. Longest solo ever. Yeah, everlasting. Oh, it's not love, it's everlasting fun. Ooh. I misread that because I'm dumb. So I just need to change that to fun and not look like an idiot. But save that. And then go into here. No, need it one more time, reloading. Why is it still having the problem? You can edit. Why is it doing this? It's the wrong word. Can you allow me to fix the problem? Apparently not. I'm going to just restart it. Okay, let's look into here. Pen, this, that, edit post. So that's also the shorting one. Yeah, there's no edit. Why is there no edit? More. Videos. Oh, the video's being processed. Oh, yes. Yeah, that's probably one. So I'll deal with that later. But yeah, well, in the meantime, about 7 minutes left. Yes, and then done. And then I can upload this because I didn't know. Action. Action drama. Action drama. Action drama. Yeah, it actually did work. I don't know why. And drama anime. Action drama anime action action no drama what's the last one? Fantasy. Okay. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. It was longer than it was supposed to be, but yeah, and good night.